Fashionista Kitchen. Today I'm excited to show you a family recipe, black bean soup. It's delicious, full of flavor, naturally vegan, and so satisfying. Let's get cooking. So the first ingredient that we have here is a 16-ounce bag of black beans, which I have rinsed and drained. And I'm going to use some garlic, onion, pepper, tomatoes, and these are going to be chopped and then blended. And the whole thing with this soup is you're going to build up the flavors. So I'll go ahead and chop the onion. We're going to need a quarter of an onion. Go and use the quarter right here and cut it this way. And then I'm going to cut it this way. It really doesn't matter so much because it's all going to be going into the blender. So I have my onion all cut up. I'm using almost a whole pasilla pepper, which has a lot of flavor. And I love that sometimes it has a little bit of spice. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So that's going to go in the blender also. And I'm going to cut this into more manageable pieces for the blender to get going. Take the seeds out. Down here. Take the seeds out. And then I have 2 tomatoes, which I have just taken off the top and where the little stem comes out of. And then I'm just going to cut them into pieces like so. Alright, so all of this is going to go into my blender. So here goes the tomato. And just putting this on here. And then I'm going to use a teaspoon of chopped garlic. Let's do 2. And now let's bring this to the blender. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of your favorite seasoned salt. And just a little bit of water so the blender gets going. And I'm going to place the lid on. And we're going to blend. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of oil. I make my own garlic oil, so that's what I'm using here. And then I'm going to add our blended vegetables. It's going to bubble. And then this, I'm going to rinse it up with water, which is going to be going into the soup. So black beans are just delicious, but they also tend to stain your utensils. So I use a black spoon for that, so that it doesn't stain my utensils. So now I am going to add my beans, which I have washed and rinsed. I have not soaked them. 16-ounce bag of black beans goes in there. Now we are going to start adding our seasonings. 1 teaspoon of celery salt. 1 teaspoon of coriander powder goes in, and we're building flavor as we go. 1 teaspoon, not tablespoon, teaspoon of cumin. Go in there. and a touch of salt. And we're gonna adjust all of the flavors once the soup gets going. So if it needs a little more salt, we can add that later. And we have been building flavors from one step to the next. 6 cups of water go in. And we're gonna let it simmer and get all the flavors to marry. And it may seem like a lot of water, but all the 5 cups of water are going to cook down and leave us with this rich, delicious soup. The soup has been cooking for a couple of hours. After 1 hour of cooking, I added 5 more cups of water to maintain the liquid level. So now I'm going to plate it. Here I go. Soup is ready and I am so excited to taste it. I am going to add some white rice, which I have cooked with a little bit of dry leeks for flavor. And this is the way that I grew up eating black bean soup. A lot of rice in it and different toppings that just add crunch and flavor. A little bit of white onion, which has been chopped very small for flavor, a little bite and crunch. Delicious in this soup. I have some shredded radish and I'm going to add a lot of it to the soup. I love the crunchiness and freshness from the radish. Is so good in this soup. I have some queso fresco, which I am going to add to the soup, but you don't have to add it. I grew up eating the soup with queso fresco and it just becomes really creamy and delicious. So I will add some to the hot soup. If you want to keep it vegan, don't add the cheese, but I am not vegan, so I am going to enjoy my soup with some queso fresco on it. Squirt of lemon for a little bit of tangy, citrusy flavor. Goes always good with black bean soup. And I like it spicy, so I am going to add a little bit of the pickling juice of these jalapenos. They're store-bought and the juice is sour and spicy, perfect for the soup. I can't wait. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's really delicious and fulfilling. Please give my video a like and subscribe to my channel so we can continue cooking together. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!